everyone. So looks like the Marvels is such a huge box office flop. Although the first Captain Marvel made $1 billion at the box office, but looks like at this point, I can't believe it. This movie might not even cross $100 million at the domestic market. Although I don't think, I think it can cross $200 million at this point. But who knows? This movie really disappeared from this box office chart this weekend. Like, it didn't make any money. At this point, looks like this movie will not make the Flash movie's box office, which was a huge flop for Warner. But this movie looks like this even bigger flop for Disney Marvel. Although I feel like this movie, it is disappearing from like any box office news or anything. So I guess at this point we will not know how much this movie lost at the box office, but I bet people will do the calculation. The news will be out because I think Disney is trying to forget this movie ever existed. But unfortunately, this movie will not be forgotten. Of course, all this news around this movie is was quite controversial. Of course, once again, it just proved Brie Larson, people actually don't like her. It's nothing against her. It's just people don't want to pay any money to see her. I saw so many comments there saying, okay, I'll give this movie a chance when it drops on Disney Plus. So a lot of people are waiting for this movie to drop there. And also a lot of people are like, oh, I just don't care about this movie. It's nothing to do with the casting choice. I think a lot of people try to say, oh, Disney tried to do this diversity and it's failed. I think this movie never created any buzz. Although, yeah, they tried this, okay. So what? They tried to do some diversity. So is this movie flop because of that? No, not because of that. Because this movie is not that good. Storytelling is like when you watch it, you feel like half of movie is missing. Like, what is going on? Story doesn't make sense. And I guess some people do like this, like the cast for this movie. Although these people who like the casting for this movie, still they are like that. They didn't like all the story still. They're like, I guess end of the day, this movie, it isn't very well made movie. Although still sitting quite good at the Rotten Tomatoes score, 60 something. Although audience score is also good. So these numbers are really fake at this point, looks like. Like, how it's sitting there? Although I don't think this movie is worse than Ant-Man Quantumania. That movie was really bad. But this movie is not good either. I'm not saying by any means. So don't come after me. I'm saying this is really good movie. I'm not saying that because it isn't. It isn't. When I think about critic, as myself, I'm a critic, so I'm not saying this movie was well made by any mean. That means, of course, this movie, I had no idea. Some of this writing, it is from Nia DaCosta. She wrote some of this script, so that is interesting. They tried to do too much with this movie. Obviously, it didn't work. Like, you cannot accomplish everything with one single movie. Like, you cannot check all the boxes in one single movie. That approach is not right. Like, why they do this? Especially Kevin Feige, he should have thought about it. End of the day, I think they're trying to get over this. But I think people will not forget about this movie. But MCU brand, end of the day, it really, this movie really damaged their brand. Although they try to forget this movie, but I don't think people will forget. People will not forget. So I think for now, I think people don't want to see Brie Larson Captain Marvel movie ever again. And this movie, yeah, it was huge flop at the box office. It's really such a huge flop. When I think about it, I'm like, come on. Okay, I get it. It flopped at the domestic. How about international market? It's such a huge flop. Then again, if the movie is not good, people will not go out to see because people don't want to pay their money to see worse movie, And that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment. What do you think about this movie failing at the box office? Might not even cross $100 million at the domestic market. Although international is also so bad. And let me know in the comment what do you think about this. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.